Testing, testing. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Give me a second to find out what episode number is this. I really should keep track on these. All right. Welcome back. It's episode 7, hopefully, of the AOC Podcast. And today I got fam with me.
Yes, sir.
You feel me? My nigga Hendo in the motherfucking building, you feel me?
Yes, sir. My pleasure, man. Had to come through. See this shit jumping.
You feel me? You dig.
Had to get some parts.
You dig. You don't know.
You don't know it, eh?
Hendo of Hendoes WholesSales.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Big time. That's the second half of me right there.
Yeah. Let them know about it, babe.
Pretty much Hendoes WholesSales, you know. My vision with that is just making the car buying process and the car selling process pretty much simplified, you know, a lot more quicker, you know. Simple as that.
Okay, why cars?
You know, cars growing up, you know, with my pops, you know, he kind of was doing the same thing, you know, tagging me along, taking me to the auction with him.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just seen a lot of these cars that a lot of people are paying for go for a lot cheaper. So, you know, I see the value in that. So I'm like, hey, you could really make a living out of this. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to take that and run with it, you know, pretty much, you know, put my flavor on that.
Yeah, and like cars are like kind of like shoes. You know, you got the whole resale market with shoes.
Big time.
So like with cars, you can do the same thing, fix them up, you know, sell them, auction them off, get that bread, get that little side hustle of yours. You can even make a company off of it.
Yeah.
Used cars company.
And a true hustler, honestly, anything worth getting sold, I'm gonna sell it, you know?
Yeah.
I've had my share of things that I've sold. Not going to disclose that, but, you know, shoes, cars, houses, anything could be sold, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So speaking of sales, you also was telling me about houses. You know, you wanted to get into real estate and all that after.
Definitely.
This is when you were still in college. You graduated, but so
Yeah, definitely.
you wanted to get into that as well.
I had a struggle with the real estate industry. They don't really teach that in school, man.
No, they don't.
Not at all. But I do have a close friend, my line brother, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Follow him at Poor Think Rich. I think that's his name. But he realized making millions right now in this joint. So I'm gonna tap in with him, you know, see what knowledge I could gain from that and see what I could run with. You know, same thing there.
You know, with most of these things, real estates, money, just any flipping business or anything you start from the ground up, you're gonna need some bread, obviously. But that's not always the case. This is for anybody in general listening to this. It's not always the case. You're gonna need money, obviously, but you're also gonna need knowledge, and you need to know what you're doing. So it's better to build up on knowledge, and the money will come eventually.
Yeah.
So you don't want to stop what you're doing. You gotta keep going as long as you know, learning the game, and you're in there. You can do this. The sky's the limit.
Yeah. What I've been doing, honestly, as I'm gaining knowledge, I'm saving up money.
Yeah.
So, you know, whenever I feel confident, the more knowledge you have, the more confidence you have. So I feel like once my knowledge is at some type of point, I'm really going to, like, take a leap and actually take action in a lot of stuff. And once you take action, it's okay to fail because you're going to learn a lot quicker through your failures, you know? Yeah, simple as that.
So with these cars, tell me what your market is.
Okay.
All that. Explain to the audience.
You know, so my market, I like to deal with a lot of, you know, Hondas, Acuras, Infinities. Not really too comfortable with the European market.
Okay.
But, you know, living in Baltimore, you know, a lot of people around here love Honda Coupes. A lot of two-door cars as well.
Yeah.
Hondas, Acuras, Nissans. Anything that'll really save you some money there. Save you some gas. Um, I'm really like more leaning towards people who are like first time car buyers.
That's a good market. I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
It's a really good market. It's just like people who are first time car buyers and basically buy anything, to be honest with you. Not
No
that you're
cap.
gonna sell them trash, but like
Okay.
they'll buy. They're easy to sell to.
You go to a first time car buyer and you tell them I have a car listed for around $1,500 to $2,000. They're gonna be like, okay, let's get it done here, And the way I do it, if there's a problem with the car, cool, let them know that it's cheap. So it's gonna come with some problems, but it's also gonna come with some solutions as well.
Yeah.
But that's like a down payment on a lot of things. Some people will say that's a lot of money, but that's actually a down payment on a lot of things. And it's real cheap.
Yeah.
So, first time car buyers, you'll sell a car real quick with them.
Same thing with what was I about to with real estate.
Right.
I feel like you can attack the same type of market. The same type of people, because it's like you got like college kids, the first time, not homeowners, but they're first time people who are gonna rent.
Okay,
straight
yeah,
out of
time.
high school.
Big time.
So that's what you want to attack, because they'll be able to fill those houses up. Now, rent, most of these kids, when they go to college, they're getting paid off. But they're still with their parents. Either they're still with their parents or they still have a job.
Or their parents are paying for it.
Yeah, so it's like, or they're getting like grants and scholarships and stuff. So like,
Right.
It's like a hit or miss when you can find like a consistent client, or not consistent, a consistent tenant.
Right.
They'll always pay rent and they'll always, do that.
I understand that too. But what really got me attracted to the car industry a lot more is that, everyone needs a car. You got a lot of people who download the Lyft app and the Uber app that don't have cars. And, I'm here to just find what type of car you like, try and give it to you in around the range where you feel comfortable, buying it. And at the same time, making it profitable for myself. So, the car industry is like really, I feel like it's really going to boom in the next decade, actually. And, rest in peace, my boy Layback Jack. But, he was actually the one that I followed about a year or two ago. And I said, yo, this dude really taking off right now with that. And, I feel like people saying, his success behind that and, was greedy in the city we live in. But it's actually money out here for everybody, to can hop on his business day one, get knowledgeable on it, and really make money on it.
Yeah, it takes knowledge and it takes consistency. That's what I always tell people. Like, no matter what you're gonna do, just be consistent about it.
Yeah, consistency. Don't give up, man. Like,
do not give up. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be difficult. Like I said before, it took some time to even build all of this.
Yeah, facts. I remember you was talking about doing this about a year ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, we here right now.
It takes a while. And you just gotta be consistent. Like, you're always consistent. You stay on the same road that you pick. You never really failed. You just didn't get the success that you thought you would get.
Yeah.
And this goes for.
And everything's a learning experience.
This goes for anybody, you're a rapper, any career you want to do, any side hustle you want to do. You never really fail if you keep going. If you keep going, you don't necessarily fail. It's just you don't get the success, the type of success that you thought you were going to get.
Yeah, nothing's guaranteed.
Yeah.
You got to make things happen for yourself, whether it's, opening your mouth, asking a question, closed mouths don't get fed.
Right.
So asking questions, no matter how dumb it is, you'll get an answer to it. And later on, you probably won't be asking the same questions. You'll probably be answering those type of questions. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Even a genius asks his questions. Tupac Shakur, 1993. Me Against the World.
Yeah, simple. I noticed a lot of people who have like dealer plates, I remember I was doing valet back in the day
Yeah.
at Maryland Live.
One of the best jobs in Baltimore. Not even just Baltimore. One of the best jobs. Period.
Yeah, valet. You could run it up valet if you know what
really
you're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I would see these dealer plates, and sometimes I was like too shy to like actually ask a question like, "Are you a dealer?" But you know, the more I open my mouth, people love to talk about what they do, man.
No
Like,
cap.
they'll tell you a lot.
Especially they're comfortable about what they're doing too.
Yeah,
And it's tax free.
yeah. So I mean, asking questions, getting in contact with people, you know, actually calling people, like in any business, bro, you could go as far as you want, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Beforehand you said something about side hustles
Oh yeah.
and even if and the business one not being for everybody. What you mean by that? Because I have a different perspective on that.
So side hustles, you talking about like
Just business stuff, entrepreneur stuff,
Okay.
stuff like that.
yeah, you could have a side hustle and like work a 9 to 5 or whatever. Like side hustle, you know, gaining knowledge could be a side hustle, you know, on whatever side hustle you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, flipping cars was a side hustle to me. I was doing sales, I was doing valet, and I was, you know, learning how to flip cars. So I'm on the verge of like actually making that more of a full-time thing,
Yeah.
but still is a side hustle thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I feel like everybody should have a side hustle. No one should have like really one stream of income, honestly.
No cap. I feel like there's an entrepreneur in everybody, to be honest. Whether if
Yeah.
you're a lawyer, a doctor, or a judge,
Or
accountant,
or-
any of them
or you
big
cut hair.
corporate. Yeah, or you cut hair.
or do nails.
Everybody has something else they want to do. Nobody's ever really happy with the things,
Yeah.
the set income or whatever or job they.
Because then you have a fear of loss too, man.
Right.
Like say you get fired from your job tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't even have $1,000 in their bank account. To, you know, help them survive. You know, it's crazy, man.
Yeah. It's actually kind of, it is. Truly. A lot of people don't even have savings accounts. You'd be surprised
Yeah.
that people don't have savings accounts. Some people don't even have bank accounts. You know, they go to check cash places.
Yeah.
Just,
That's not the way to live, man.
yeah. So you always have to have like a backup plan or a
Side hustle for sure.
trap door to make your escape. Because, I don't want to get too deep into it, but like in the corporate world is just,
It's changing, man.
It's changing. And a lot of management leadership in this world is just not, good. It's not directed to anybody in particular. It's just like you're giving power to people who really don't know how to use it or control it or respect it. So it's like you can go to a job one day,
Oh, yeah.
work your ass off, and then just get fired the next day.
Yeah, big time.
For
I
nothing.
tell you one job though, where your boss is actually scared to fire you, and that field is sales, because one, you're getting paid off commission. Your boss isn't
Don't know where you're
taking no
going
money
at,
out of
but
his
yeah.
pocket to pay you. You're actually going out your way to make a sale, and you take a cut, and your boss takes a cut. So there's no way anyone who does sales is going to get fired unless you really suck,
Yeah, you're not making it.
unless you're just taking up space.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No cap. But yeah, wholesales, Hendoes WholesSales.
Oh yeah, Hendoes WholesSales, man.
I'm sure you have a history of credit. So let's talk about that.
Like
Credit. Explain to them, because I have credit and I know you have credit. So let's talk about credit basically.
okay, so
'Cause I
credit.
think, the teachers in the desk in the classrooms don't teach that.
They don't, man.
So
Credit's real important, man. A lot of people screw themselves over. A student line of credit, if you're in school, I advise you get a student line of credit. They start you off with 500, nothing too much. But the whole idea is to use the credit card, You want to use it, but don't use it all. You know, some people use it all, don't even pay it back. And that's when your credit score goes down. Okay? Now, you use about 25%, 30% of your credit. But honestly, this is how I do it. I honestly have the money that I want to spend in cash already, you know. But go ahead, just swipe my card just to use it.
Yeah.
Pay a bill or whatever. And, like, wait a week or two, let the credit go down. And then, you know, you already have the bread, so you're not scared, you know, you're losing money or anything like that. Just put it right back in the bank. Wait a week, your credit's going to go up. It's healthy credit. You got to let your credit go down. It'll go up. You know what I'm saying? But some people are just leaning on their credit. Like, they don't have no money, so they're using their credit, and it's just killing them. It's not good.
Yeah, that's going to hurt your pockets a lot. You know what? Let's use the whiteboard.
We got a whiteboard here.
So basically, credit, man. One thing that people get mistakes for credit is that, oh, credit's not good, you know, I can go into debt. Think of credit as, you got your mans, this is you, and this is your friend. And you ask your friend, hey bro, let me get a slug. Let me get some money. You feel me?
Right.
And he loans you the money. That amount of money.
He's going to expect the money back.
Yes.
At some time.
Yes.
At
and
some
now,
point in time.
This isn't apply those, you know, friendship rules that, oh, if you're my mans, you're not going to ask for it back, or it's you, we're friends.
This is credit. This is like business, man.
You know, everything is, all this business stuff was created for morals like this, real life situations like this.
Yeah.
If you ask for something from somebody, you now owe that person that back. It's their decision to say, you know what, okay, you don't have me. But realistically, you are going to have to pay that person back. So now you have the person's money. It's literally this simple, but I'm dragging it so I can go really in depth with it. You spend this person's money. Now you owe your friend. You owe this person money now.
Right.
Same amount of money that he gave you.
Right.
You have to pay it back.
Definitely.
Now with the bank, there's other components that I'm gonna, you know, add into. But basically, it's just you take money. You'll never borrow like the simple This is stuff that goes back to like kindergarten to like simple household teachings. You never take what you can't
pay back, man.
Dish out, pay back, or consume. You know, if you go to a family party, don't put too much on your plate because you're not going to eat it all. You know? Don't say something to somebody who, if they said it back to you, you wouldn't be able to take it. Don't take too much you can't handle. So with credit, with that, say the student line credit, you got $500.
Right.
If you don't have $500, then don't spend $500 just because somebody gave you $500. Because that money is not really yours. They're just giving you that money.
Simple. Like, if I have $100 in cash, I feel okay spending $100 out of the $500 that was loaned to me because I know at any point I could put that money back.
Now, you wouldn't go and spend $600.
I wouldn't go and spend $600. No, that's
right.
No, I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't spend $600 because you only have $500.
Exactly.
You don't have $600.
Right.
And then there's another teaching. Famous Jay-Z said. He said, you don't have $100 till you have $200. Because what a lot of business owners and a lot of people who handle with money and who are rich and wealthy will tell you is when you get money, You got to remember two things. 50% is yours. 50% belongs to them. Them being whoever you either owe, whoever the tax people. Just 50%. You can't spend yourself. That's what that means. So that's where that little saying that Jay-Z said comes from. That's where that stems from. You don't have $100 until you have $200. Now that you have $100 to spend, because if you had $100 to spend and you spend $100, you now have $0. You have no money. So in case you have no money for emergencies, you don't have money for any surprise pop-up tax problems. You don't have no money for that, and it goes a long way from even just having $1 or $2 to having $1 or $2 billion or $3 or trillion.
It still comes the same way.
You know, you wouldn't spend if you had $1 million, you wouldn't buy something that was $1 million because you know how long you no longer have money.
Yeah.
So,
I see credit as like, what is your trust? Like, credit is pretty much a written history of your trust. Like, a bank is taking a risk, giving you money. What is your trust? What is your track history of you paying it back? That tells you your credit score. That's how your credit score is evaluated. Now, so when it ever comes time to like buying a house, a bank will be like, okay, I feel comfortable loaning this amount of money to this person.
And we're gonna explain that process right after this, but go ahead.
Yeah, I feel comfortable spending this. I feel comfortable giving this amount of money to this person because he pays his credit on time. He pays back the money he needs on time. So it's not like we're taking a risk here, you know. Yeah, it's pretty much just how your trust is, you know, with a bank.
Exactly. Like if you had somebody who kept coming to you about money, your man's kept coming.
Yeah, man, it's like it's not even a bank, yo. Whoever you want to ask the money for, how is your trust with that person?
You kept coming to you, he kept coming to you for money over and over again.
But it's always, yo, I got you this other week.
Next time, I got you the week after, I got you the week after. He just kept doing it over and over again. Just kept doing it. Same cycle. He never pays you back. Homeboy gonna owe you like what, thousands of dollars when it accumulates, and he's never paying you back, and you always giving this person money. You gonna think to yourself, you know what?
You're a bill.
I'm gonna stop. Yeah,
You're a bill.
You're a bill. One. There's something on Instagram that you said, if it's not about money.
Oh yeah, if it ain't about the money, man, and I forgot what I said.
You said if it ain't about the money, you're just either a burden or you're just a bill, something like that.
Matter of fact, I typed that shit on Twitter.
It was on Twitter. But
I was feeling myself.
It's just you're becoming a bill at this point because they're putting money into something that's not yielding them money, and it may sound selfish, but at the same time, would you put all your money that you made into somebody else that doesn't yield any type of, you know, energy? They don't reciprocate the same energy for you. You feel me? So with the banks, they're giving you money and saying, hey, I'm going to give you this money. You can use it, just pay back. Now, with credit cards, another scary thing when people find out is interest. What is interest? Now, the bank, some way, somehow, people feel like the bank just has money. Yes, but no. The bank has to make money some way, somehow, for them to give out money. Right. They just don't print money. The bank doesn't do that. They have to make money to give money. That's where interest comes in. Now, if they give you money and they give you an interest rate, they vary from like 1% to 2%, 3%. It varies.
Yeah, along a period of time.
Yeah. So those rates are the number, the rate times whatever you owe. And then they'll tack that on to whatever you owe. So say that you owe $100, right?
Or you want a loan for.
You say you want a loan for you want a loan for $500 and they give you a rate of, what's a common credit card rate?
I would say, I'm not even sure. Like, I would say 1.2.
Okay, yeah, let's say
Let's
1.2.
just say 1.2.
And they give you an interest rate of 1.2. Now, interest rates don't really activate until you pay late. If you pay on time, you're never gonna get hit with an interest rate. But banks just are smart. They already know, okay, it's going to happen where one time you're gonna pay late. Because, I mean, if somebody give you $1,000, like, and you didn't have money, obviously you're gonna go crazy with it. So they just know that some one way or the other, you're gonna get hit with an interest rate. So if you pay late, say you got $100 loan from the bank, you paid 50 from that 100, you owe them 100, and you missed your due date to pay that 50 back.
Dun, dun, dun.
So now you owe, the interest is tacked on. The interest rate that they gave you will now multiply, I'm sure, by how much you owe.
Yeah.
They'll multiply the 1.2 by the 50, and then whatever number they get from that, they'll tack it onto the 50.
Yeah.
So you won't owe $50 anymore. You'll owe more than $50. And they'll just keep doing that the more times you're late. So say if you don't pay it back the second month, they'll do the same thing from that number, the new number, not even the old number. I don't think it's the old number. I think it's the new number. And they'll just keep going, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Student loans have interest rates. So if you have student loans out there, that's why some people die with student loans, because they never pay them back in full. Student loans also have interest rates.
I tell you what else has interest rates. You finance a car.
Yeah, financing cars. So if you miss your car note, interest rate.
It's cool. Hendoes WholesSales, we don't have car notes. We wholesale everything.
It's like BJ's.
It's like BJ's, Sam's Club.
You dig?
The Sam's Club of the automobile world, you know?
But yeah, that's what that is. So that's what interest is. So say if, with your friend, you would had take it back to the friend example. Your friend asks you. It's like your friend asking you for a favor when they ask you for money. That's the interest rate.
Yeah.
That's what the interest rate is. So if I ask Hendo, hey yo, let me borrow $20, it's like, okay, I'll give you this $20 as long as you do this, that, and the third.
And based on your credit, based on your trust, I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, you pay me back on time all the time. I might not even give you an interest rate, but if you suck, I'm like, okay, listen, you're gonna pay me back, but I'm definitely gonna put interest on it.
And you have to do this
You know what I'm saying?
For me, or that's what interest is. So
I say like, all right, you said you want 20?
Yeah.
Cool. Give you a week to pay me back. If it takes you more than a week, I'm just going to add on interest. You know,
to that.
You don't want the money to keep going, so at some point you can be like, all right, cool. I'm about to pay him all the bread. You know, that's a cool example.
Facts. And it's like
simple. So
let's get to like houses. When I was younger, I used to think, because when you come growing up and you see all this stuff with bad credit, and it's deeper than just that. It's like just, being black. In the whole black community, it's just like credit is just looked on as bad because so many people in the black community suck with credit, to believe it or not. Just let's get down to the nitty-gritty. There's a lot of black people who just suck with credit. White people are just better with credit than black people. It's just that how it is. So we are grown up to think that credit cards and credit are bad, when really they're not bad. It's like
bad if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's bad if you don't know what you're doing. Basically, it's like having access to, the machine that prints money. And it's like, damn, I got all this. I got this type of power. I can. You could easily you can mess up with that, because it's like when you have access to power, when you're not access to power, but you have. You know what? Let me just like I said this like I've said this twice in like this podcast. I said it like I think last episode and the episode before that. Drake said something really, really smart. Drake said once if you are exposed to more, you're gonna want more. If you are exposed to $1 million, you're gonna want $2 million. Because once you have $1 million, you're gonna be hanging around people that have $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, $5 million. You're gonna be hanging around with people with more than that, so you're gonna want more. So when you're exposed to credit, you're going to abuse it. It's just a natural thing. You give somebody money and they're gonna go crazy with it. Simple. So when I was younger, I used to think, you know what, man, this credit stuff is bad, man. Fuck all this. I don't want to deal with all that debt, and I don't want to be playing back. And I feel like it's, financial slavery where I'm just paying the bank back constantly, and I'm not using all that type of stuff. But unfortunately, you do need credit to buy a house.
Yeah.
Houses run for $200,000. Now, if you do have $100,000 in cash, some places, rare, but some places will allow you to buy houses in cash up front. But most of them are going to tell you to finance it, because with financing comes interest, and that's how they get paid. So they're going to tell you to, and they're going to force you to finance. Most people who own houses and, pay mortgages have interest rates on their financing, all of them, because the people who they're financing from need to get paid too. So that's why they're gonna force you to finance. Well, not force you, but they're going to encourage you to finance. So, but that's what buying a house. So you're gonna need credit. You're gonna need that good rap sheet that Hendo was talking about to buy a house, because you're gonna need.
It's pretty much gonna save you money. Honestly, having better credit.
Yeah, it'll save you money in the long run. You're gonna need that rap sheet, because you're gonna need a loan if you don't have $200,000 in the bank. And even if you do, you're still like it's weird. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, you could have $200,000, but once you finance, that means you're still gonna need it to get a loan.
Yeah.
So you're going to need to finance, and the bank's probably the people you're going to be financed with. They're going to be hitting you with bills. So you could have the money to pay for the house, but you still have to sign some papers to finance the house.
Or if you know people, like if you know people who have a lot of money, like they might have 200K in cash, look at them as like a hard money lender. But at the same time, no one's gonna really like lend you that amount of money if you don't have a good rap sheet with them.
If your sheet ain't,
that's a lot of money. People die for $5, bro.
Yeah, niggas get stabbed $20 for $20. Niggas get stabbed for grass. You got homies getting killed out here for sneakers. It costs $200,000. It may cost like $20 a maybe.
People getting killed for chicken, bro.
It's too much money out here though. But you feel me? It's like that's a lot of money to lend. To a bank that's probably chump change, but to somebody it's different. But the bank, even though it's chump change, it's still change.
Yeah.
So and they gotta get paid somehow. You feel me? That's the thing. We gonna transition into the business world. Like, people gotta realize in the business world. Well, let me state this. The business world, it's not that entrepreneuring is not for everybody. Anybody can have an entrepreneur mindset or that type of mindset. Not the business world is not for everybody. That's different. You know what I mean? That's so much different. The business world, somebody has to win and somebody has to lose. For every win, somebody has to lose. It's just as that.
And every time somebody loses, you learn. You can see it as a win-win. The business mindset is just having a strong mind, really. take a loss and you could turn it around. You could take a loss and you could just shoot your attitude, or you could just take an L and see it a different way. Like, okay, what did I learn from this, right? So you don't make the same mistake. You know what I'm saying? It's just how you perceive things. It's your attitude, honestly, too.
It's your reaction.
Your attitude leads to a lot. I always try and keep a cool attitude. You never know if I'm really like mad, or unless you look like you slapped my mom or something. Like, you never really know if I'm super mad or if I'm super chill. I just keep it mellow. No one should really know how you feeling, bro. In the business industry,
it's like a game of poker or a game of cards. Can't let them see it in your face, because they'll know your next move.
Yeah.
And you always have to have, that's the business mind. That's like in the business world, you have that mindset, because you always want to get the better end of the deal. That's why they say it's just business. Right. It literally is just business. That's why they don't make people mix business and pleasure. And you don't hire family members and stuff like that. That's why that happens, because it's bread involved and it's business. And in business you gotta turn your emotions off.
Yeah.
You really gotta.
It's no friends' business.
Yeah, it's business. You don't want to get the same thing Akon said. Akon said, he had a whole video of it. He was like, you don't want to get the lesser end of a business deal, because somebody else is gonna get the better end. There's always gonna be a winner and there's always gonna be a loser. That's how business works. You gotta know how to move when it comes to, business. And that's what the banks is doing. It may sound evil, and it may sound bad, but it's like they gotta make money too.
Yeah.
They have to make bread. How are they just gonna be giving out free bread and they not making no money? You got all the money, they gotta make some type of money. They tack the interest on there for a reason. So you gotta be smart. Just like Hendoes says, you gotta learn your lesson. Pay on time. If you can't handle a credit card, don't get one.
It's just being responsible.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, man. Like,
a lot of people want to get a credit card and hear, I'm gonna build my credit, and that's good.
They spend their credit on the most ridiculous things too.
Yeah, and that's it's good if you want to build your credit, bro. But you also gotta realize, like, this is just ain't money that's falling out of the sky or coming off a tree. Somebody's giving you this money.
Yeah.
And they gotta make money too. So they will take advantage of you if they can, and they will. That's what they do. That's the banks. That's what they are supposed to do. So when you do get this money, you get this loan and this credit card, don't be squandering on stuff that you cannot pay back. Everybody wants to out here wanting to ball. I want to get a credit card, man. I get a credit card, I just buy Jordans and
they get multiple ones. I advise you to stay within the two credit cards, man. Like,
yeah,
you don't need too much.
Because people, exactly. Because people get multiple credit cards and use those credit cards to, and advance them and use those credit cards to pay off those credit cards. And so you just be in a cycle of debt.
Nah, man,
you'll be paying forever. That's what I didn't want to be in when I was growing up. I call that financial slavery. You always paying somebody back.
Yeah.
You never using the money on yourself. You always paying money back. You never want to do that. Everybody hears, free money. They're gonna give me $1,000 limit, so that means I can go to the store, go to the mall, and spend $1,000, and then just pay it back when I get this check or that check. Your check might not even be $1,000.
Yeah, and then once you get your check, it's like you spending your check to pay back your credit.
Yeah, so you just
spent
your whole check. And then
you're just using your credit. Nah, it should be the other way around.
Yeah,
it should be the other way around.
You can't like the old saying goes, but don't put too much on your plate that you can't eat. Do not put that, because you're just wasting food. Like, you just wasted a whole bunch of food.
You feel like it should be like an age limit on when you should start having credit? They say
not gonna do that.
They say 18 you should, or like 17 you should start. I didn't really start till I was 21.
I didn't start. I didn't get my first credit card till I was 20.
I didn't get my first one till I was 21, man.
And they badger you with all the incoming high schoolers, high school graduates that are about to go to college freshmen. That's all you're gonna get in the mail, credit card applications.
Oh, that's true, man.
When you go to
I went through them joints in the mail. I never opened
yeah.
them, but
When you go to and they look fancy. It's a platinum card with your name on it, or somebody's John Hancock's name on it. It looks fancy, but that's how they, that's what they want to do, and it's not bad. It's not a bad thing. It's just that's them. That's if you want to get somebody to go on your boat, you're gonna clean it up. You want to get somebody to get in your car, you're gonna clean it up. You're gonna want somebody coming to your house, you're gonna clean it up. You want to attract somebody, you're gonna clean yourself up. That's what they do. It's not bad. It's just they're gonna try and take advantage of you because you're not smart. You gotta know what you're doing. Credit cards are not. I don't think it should be a limit on credit cards. It's just you need to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And this stems off to a lot of things like, in this age, social media, it's not nobody goes outside goes outside and plays and hangs out anymore. Everybody's on social media.
Yeah.
So you don't see the real of everybody else. So they go on social media and say, "Oh, I want to be like this dude and that dude." So end up getting a credit card and buying mad designer. And I feel like that's the dumbest thing in the world, to be honest with you. Use your credit card and go buy designer clothes. Because it's like,
I would say, if you are buying designer though, and you getting it at a good price, you can flip it. There's a lot of people buying the same designer for different prices.
Yeah, that's another thing. You got to
use your credit that way.
That's why you got to be smart. A lot of sneakerheads do that.
Yeah, sneakerheads.
And I feel like this is actually kind of really smart. A lot of sneakerheads but get credit cards. I'm gonna teach y'all the game. I hope none of these sneakerheads come after me. But a lot of these sneakerheads get credit cards, and what they'll do is they'll buy when they release, and they'll be like high-end shoes, not high-end shoes like designer shoes, but shoes that will sell out quick,
that people want.
Yeah, so they'll buy like maybe one or two, maybe three of them, right? Flip the two of them, and then keep the first one. Flip two of them. Use one of the flips to pay off the credit card, and then pocket the other flip.
Yeah, pocket that, and then use that to buy whatever.
It's genius, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
it's just like I'm giving y'all a lot of game. It's just like buying houses. People use credit on buying houses. People finance houses, and what they'll do is, hold on.
Change battery. Is this a battery pack?
But yeah, we're back. Brief intermission. So a lot of people, I'm giving you a lot of game with the houses. They use credit to buy a house, and what they'll do is they'll buy like a duplex. Say like you get a duplex, right? Or like a big old house. Get a credit score of not a credit score, but like a credit limit like $200,000. Buy a big old house, right? And pay off the mortgage. And this is how they'll pay off the mortgage. They'll rent part of the house, right? And use the rent to help them with the mortgage. Smart. It's very smart. Probably rent the basement to somebody, and then use their rent money they're getting, pay off some of the mortgage. That way, they're kicking two birds with one stone. They're paying off the mortgage, and they're pocketing some money because they're getting rent.
Yeah, it's called house hacking.
Yeah,
house hacking, living for free.
I'm reading a book. It's called I'm gonna show it to you before. I think you should read it. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon.
Richest Man in Babylon.
Yeah. Okay. And it explains all of this: credit, lending, saving. It's a line in there that says always supposed to save 10% of your earnings, investing, all this type of stuff. And it's a book that's based on a character that lived in Babylon. Babylon is said to be the richest city ever in history. So, and it's set back to the olden ages, like I think even before Christ or around that time. And it's just like it tells a story about a man who used these components, but in his setting. Like he had credit, he explained credit through a different time. Yeah, through a different time and stuff like that. It's really good.
Okay.
and it
I'll
teaches
check it
you
out.
the basics of all of this type of stuff.
I'll check it out. And
So
a lot of this stuff, man. I mean, I just learned, from seeing other people go through it. Never really picked up a book or whatever. YouTube is a big educator right there.
yes, yo, YouTube is like huge. I feel like they should come out with a YouTube university.
Yeah, honestly.
It's just like the biggest thing. You can learn anything on YouTube.
Big time.
Literally anything.
Yeah.
Literally. But
yeah, man. I'm gonna look up that book. I'm gonna definitely.
yeah, I'm gonna show it to you before you leave. But
All right, that's cool. That's lit.
even with drugs.
Yeah, drugs, man.
A lot of people look at drug dealers
Nah,
as bad people.
No, drug dealers are entrepreneurs, man.
Yes. Y'all just don't realize. I don't see it
Drug
past
dealers are entrepreneurs.
the murder and the violence. If you see past all of that, these people really know their numbers.
Yeah.
They know how to flip stuff. They know how to sell things, and they know how to get it back.
They know
And
how to
pocket
get what
money.
they need to sell.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever wonder why, like, this plug was selling an eighth for 25 and this one's selling for 40? Maybe because this one got it at a cheaper rate, or maybe robbed somebody. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna sell them for 25. I'm gonna get them off quick. This guy that got it for 40, probably bought his pack of supply for an enormous amount and needs to get back his bread. So he's like, yeah, I can't sell nothing under 40. The dope game crazy, bro.
Yeah. This is all a game. It's all a game.
It's all just
Not
numbers,
that it's
man.
fake, but it's like it's all a game, and it's like with games you can learn how to play. That's all you need to know is just learn how to play the game. And everything would be so much easier. It's really it is all just numbers. Just know what to do, what to sell, how to sell it, how to get it back, with the pocket, with not the pocket, with the payback, with all that type of stuff.
And it's a trend, man. It's like, find something that a lot of people want. A lot of people want drugs. A lot of people want shoes, designer, drip.
Yeah.
A lot of people want houses. A lot of people want cars. It's a lot more things that people want. Find what they want and sell it. People want candy. Kids selling candy in school.
I used to do that.
Yeah.
I used to come in with a book bag full of candy in middle school.
And it's the demeanor of hustle. You might not even want a candy bar, but the way it was pitched to you, like, damn, I am kind of hungry. I do need a candy bar for like 75 cents right now.
For real. And when I was younger, I didn't really know about a return. So
Yeah.
I didn't really know
Return
about
on
return
investment,
and re-ups, and I didn't know
Yeah.
all that. All I was doing is just selling. I was pocketing the money. I wasn't even trying to re-up.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things to it, but it's very simple once you explain it. You find something that everybody wants. You get the product.
Yeah.
You buy it, invest into it. Say it's $10 for a whole package. Sell that off for about $2 a pop. Now you got $20. Now you got $10 to
Reinvest.
to get your product back.
And just keep doing
$10 to pocket.
Doing it.
And you just kept,
I mean,
you just keep flipping.
yeah.
I feel like a lot of girls, I don't want to attack. I'm not trying to attack. Don't, sue me or kill me. But
I love boobies, bro.
a lot of females need to listen to this, because there's a lot of females out here who do the eyelash game, the makeup game, the hair game, and the hair business and stuff like that. And I see it a lot. And y'all doing y'all thing. But a lot of females get discouraged because it's like so many females doing it.
That's true.
So they feel like, oh, they can't do it. It's not true.
It's money here for everybody, bro.
Exactly.
There's a lot of money out here.
Y'all just need to know how to do it better than the next person.
Yeah.
That's all.
I mean, starting up in anything is going to be real slow. Like me, it's real slow.
Yeah. But if you keep doing it.
Keep doing it. Keep getting at it. Once you get your first client, work hard to get a second one. You do your best on your first 2 clients, and they're going to spread the word for you. And then they're going to attract more like, hey, fuck Tiara. We need to go to Brianna. She over here really doing her thing. Just like barbers, man. A lot of people cheat on their barbers.
For real.
For a reason.
There's barbers all over
Because
the
some
place.
barbers be bullshitting now.
Why do you think have y'all ever noticed that it's a gas station across the street from another gas station?
That's true.
Or there's a gas station next to another gas station? Or
There's a
right down the
McDonald's.
street?
It's a McDonald's next to
A Burger King?
Burger King.
Do you ever notice that? You know, it's space for everybody. It's just about how you move and what you doing. That's what makes other people either better or more successful or gets them in a position to get more money than the next person. So yeah, the market may be saturated when it comes to hair.
Yeah, you might see it a lot. I mean, just
Yeah.
because it's social media.
You may see it a
You
lot,
know.
but you got
That's not only that's one platform where you could like market your shit. You know,
Yeah,
there's
facts.
a lot of other ways to like you go hit your family up. Like
You can go
You know,
back to
like-
the old times, not even that old, but the old times of just putting flyers all over the place.
yeah, flyers. There's a lot of marketing strategies out here.
All right.
You don't just have to rely on Instagram. Like I don't rely just on Instagram neither. You know. But yo, I mean, don't get too discouraged, man. Like just because you see a trend of something going on, you know, ladies, y'all powerful, yo. I mean,
No, for real.
Yeah, for
Y'all out
real.
here, y'all got the brains to get your plugs from all these different countries and all these different places.
and it takes a simple flirt, man. It all comes down on the buy. Like I don't know how y'all getting y'all hair or whatever, but I mean, it all depends on the buy. I mean, you get it for cheaper because of how you talk, how you negotiate. Then you definitely gonna feel a lot more confident in whatever you do. I mean, you won't be scared of a loss if I charge this lady here this amount or whatever because you know you're confident you bought it at a good price. You could charge it at however rate you want to charge it at. You know. That's just my take on it, honestly.
Yeah, and you said, I remember in the beginning you did say about taking a loss.
Yeah,
Sometimes you are going to have to take a loss to get a better game.
big time.
Sometimes you're going to have to cheapen something or give somebody something for free
Yeah,
to get
just
some free marketing.
just to get your name out, you know.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I remember when I had a clothing brand, and I went to go see DJ Khaled at one of the malls, and I had my clothing brand. I had a shirt on from my clothing brand. I had my cousin with me. He had a shirt on,
Yo, what was that called again?
Juice.
Juice. Yeah.
And he had one of the shirts from my brand, and I had a shirt made for Khaled. I didn't end up giving it to him though, because I was so discouraged, you know, because I was like, he probably get hella clothes just like that. Because my friend was at the mall too. He had a clothing brand. And he gave a shirt to Khaled too. So he was like, they probably always get these type of shirts. I always got these type of stuff. So I was discouraged, and I never gave him the shirt. And I think I still have that shirt till this day. It's like a 3XL. I think.
For Khaled.
Yeah. I was
Tailor
discouraged.
made for you, boss man.
Yeah. But I never gave him the shirt because it's like, okay, I seen it. I didn't have tunnel vision. I didn't see myself. I had my own lane, but I didn't look in my own lane. I was looking at other people's lanes, and I was looking all over the medium on the people coming back. Just like the highway thing I always say, bro. It's like most of this stuff is like a highway. You pick your lane, and you stick to your lane. And
At your own pace.
it's gonna be opportunities. It's gonna be exits. It's gonna be different lanes. But you gotta keep tunnel vision. Not you can get off at an exit if you want, but once you miss that exit, you know, it's gonna be stress. It's gonna be hard to come back to that exit, and that's where the stress comes in real life. You know, some people miss opportunities.
Oh man.
I feel like they miss stuff, and they start stressing. It's like you missed your exit. So it's like you gotta hop on this exit, make a U-turn, get over the medium, go all the way back a mile or two, just to get on the exit that you just missed, and it's like it's not really worth it.
Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's cool to not go back.
Yeah, sometimes it's not that. It's not really worth all that stress just to go back to that exit. And then there's sometimes you miss that exit, and
You keep going and you discover a lot more.
yeah, and then
you
there's
find a
other
better
times.
exit.
There's other times where you miss the exit, and the next exit, all you gotta do is just take the next exit, go up, go over the overpass,
Sure.
and it's sometimes easy, but sometimes it comes with stress. Most of the time, it comes with stress because one exit may be 2 miles away from the other exit or 3 miles away from the other exit. You gotta do all this work just to get back. So it's just like the highway stuff. So I mean, yeah. So that was a little something I wanted to, put out to, the females.
Yeah,
This
man.
business stuff. You got that hair business stuff. Keep doing you.
Yeah, man.
Just because her hair, I mean, yeah, it's all the same hair. It's just like all the same weed. Like, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers out here just sell weed.
Yeah, that's true. I really don't see it that way though.
I think people in New York are the only people in all of U.S.
Maybe because
that
it's
sell
not
crack.
Maybe because it's not as marketed the way hair is marketed. Like if you see somebody posting weed on their gram, it's like a red flag sometimes. Like, yo, I think that might be an op, or that dude gonna get caught up. I don't want to deal with him.
Yeah.
Because
it's all
legal
about,
and illegal.
like you said, it's all about.
Now, if hair wasn't marketed on Instagram how it is advertised now, I mean, I'm sure a lot of ladies would feel a lot more confident, right?
A little bit, yeah. Because it's like it's like the highway thing I just said. Like, you on the lane, you see so many different lanes. You see over the median. You're not even paying attention to what's in front of you. You got to have tunnel vision.
Yeah.
You got to, and like you said, it's all about your reaction.
Yeah. Your attitude, man.
Your attitude and how you look. If it's a table of bosses, the only way you can get to the table is if you bring something different. That's the only way. They're not going to let you to the table because they're not going to let somebody.
Bosses talk, man, and come to your turn, like, what you got to say.
Right. They're not going to
probably going to say the same thing as the other dude if you wasn't in your own lane.
And if that's the case, they're not going to let you at the table because you just said what Yo just said in this table. And this what Yo said and what Yo said.
What's different?
You got to bring something different. What makes you outstand? Whatever makes you stand out is what's going to make your pockets. That's what's going to make you money. What makes you stand out. All these people who are making money now stood out.
Yeah. Moral of this whole, moral of this whole podcast discussion is like consistency, stay in your lane, your attitude. Am I missing something? I'm missing a lot. Reaction. And, of course, being responsible with, credit and all.
Yeah, so with credit, business, all that. That's what you got to do to move in this game.
I'm telling you, man.
This business world. It's a very cold world and it's hard.
Just got to be optimistic in yourself. Like, people just don't believe in themselves no more nowadays, man.
For real, because there's so much social media.
There's a lot of people talking down. You hear a lot of people talk down on you, and you're like, yeah, you agree with them. Like, come on now. Like, you never know how far you could go with whatever you do till you actually do it,
No, for real. Like,
just got to be optimistic. Like, vision the future and dream chase it, like Meek Mill say, man.
Yeah, man.
Dream chase.
It's like,
chase your dreams.
Chase your dreams. Just do you, man.
Can't nobody tell you what you can't do. Like they your father, man.
You gonna tell me what I can't do? You're not here. You're not in my body. You don't feel my heart. You don't feel my lungs. You don't feel my touch. You don't got my nerves. You don't tell me what I can't do. Yeah. Now I understand if it was a situation where somebody's trying to save you, so the whole saying, like I always say, if you see somebody in front of you and they walk into a hole, you're probably gonna help them, but you're not gonna walk into the hole too. Like you're gonna walk around it. You're gonna help them out, but if you walk into the hole, it just makes you dumb because you literally saw that person walk into the hole and you did the same thing. Instead of going around it or jumping over it, you did the same exact thing. So that's different, but that's different though. But most of the time, it's not really about, mimicking somebody in that aspect. That's for stuff that's like for bad, ideas. If somebody's probably trying to tell you, okay, this is a bad idea, don't do it. But in some situations, it's
okay. That's kind of like advice.
Yeah, it's advice. Some situations it's advice. Some situations it's
okay. Check this out. People are definitely gonna tell you what to do, but it depends on how you take it and run with it.
Yeah.
You could take it as advice or criticism and run with it a different way.
Yeah.
Just don't stop, just because you got some hard criticism,
Yeah, but also don't be hard-headed because sometimes they're actually trying to save you.
Some people really out here telling you what not to do to help you.
Yeah, it's not that they're hating or
Yeah.
they're trying to, hurt their success. No. Sometimes some people actually have the best,
Interest in mind.
interest in mind for you.
Yeah. Big time.
But yeah, man, another
Was good.
very successful podcast. Another power hour.
Power hour. How long have we been here, man?
An hour.
An hour for real?
Yeah,
Wow.
hour 1 minute. Another great conversation with fam for real.
Facts, man.
Hendoes WholesSales.
Big time.
Hendoes WholesSales. Support it. If you got a car, jump car, and
Yeah, man. If you got a car you want to sell,
yeah,
or that's like taking up space in your lot, hit me up, man.
we got a box Chevy in the back
Yeah.
with no rims and no wheels.
I don't care what you call
Scratch
it.
paint, hood up, no engine in that joint. All right, there gotta be an engine in that joint.
You gotta be engine in it,
Yeah.
though. You gotta start and run.
Yeah,
I'll give you
know
cash
what I'm
for it.
saying?
I'll give you cash for it. Don't be mad when you see it on the gram all nice and fixed up for a higher price.
Cat, for real.
But, yeah.
I
That's
used
how
to
we
do the
moving,
same
man.
thing with the shoes, man. If you had the I see the value. It's like we see the value in things. I remember when I used to tell people, I used to ask people, yo, you got any Jordans that you don't wear, dirty Jordans? And people be like, why are you paying so much for these Jordans? Y'all don't realize this colorway is the same colorway MJ had in Game 6.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, they just buying it because it look cool.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all just buying it because it look cool. Y'all don't know the value in this.
They don't listen to J. Cole neither,
These
man.
is 2005s.
They don't listen to J. Cole. But he say another man's trash is another man's treasure.
No cap. For real. You gotta know. You gotta know the
talking.
game. It's a game. You don't know how to play the game, don't go in the game. It's like Rick Ross say, a hater is not somebody who hate on you because they just don't like you. A hater is somebody who hate on you and not even in the game.
Ooh. How you hating
He
on
telling you
Simon?
what to do every day of your life and how to do it, and he not even in the game. He not even with you. That's a hater.
Shit.
That's some motherfucking hater right there. Not somebody who point the finger and be like, man, that
Those the
nigga ain't
haters you
shit.
want, man.
That's that person is critiquing you. He ain't even doing what you doing every day, not waking up what you doing every day. That's a hater.
Those haters are motivators, man.
The people who are in your lane doing what you do, telling you, they may not be haters. They may just be critics.
Critics. It's all about your attitude, how you take it, how you stare with it.
And
Honestly.
sometimes we don't listen to critics.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, another great episode. The AOC Podcast, episode 6. I'm probably gonna title this one Credit. Probably gonna title this one Reaction. Probably gonna I'm probably gonna title this one Hendoes WholesSales. And then in the description, I'm gonna tell y'all what we doing, what we talking about. But it's a good conversation.
Yeah.
You own a business out there, you own anything, you just doing anything. Listen,
You should feel excited and keep going.
just keep going. Even if you in college trying to get your doctorates or you're trying to
Yeah, it ain't too late to start nothing, man.
yeah.
Be 50.
We're 20.
Yeah.
A lot of us stress for no reason. A lot of us are just stressing a little too much. We're only in our early 20s.
Yeah, man. We got a lot of life in us.
We haven't even hit
Let's
the
do this,
40s.
man.
We are far from 40. Far from 40.
What do you want to have when you're 40, man? You just want to have one stream of income.
And that's another thing, man. A lot of people don't realize that what they want right now is probably what they're going to want 5 years from now. So whatever you want, you might as well just work on it because you're going to want it 5 years from now. So work on it now so you're going to have it 5 years from now. If I had told myself, hey, I've always wanted money. I've always wanted money since I was teenagers. So what I should have did, instead of spending all my money on all this stuff that ain't increasing me money, I should have invested in stock. I should have probably saved my money because now I'm 21 and I still want the same thing that I wanted when I was 18, when I was 16.
Ain't shit changed, man.
You got to know what you want. But that's another conversation for another podcast.
Yes, sir.
And we're good. Fuck with that.
That one was good.
Hendoes WholesSales.
That one was good.
Hendoes Resales.
That shit was
Real
good as
estate.
fuck.
You dig. No cap.